Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the retail crisis that's transforming America. Stores everywhere are closing, turning once busy shopping centers into ghost towns. We're counting down the 10 states hit hardest by this retail apocalypse. Let's see if yours makes the list. Number 10 is California, a state once celebrated for its endless opportunities and vibrant city life. Today, even iconic shopping districts like Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills and Union Square in San Francisco are struggling to survive. Their once bustling sidewalks now eerily quiet. High-end brands and local boutiques alike are closing their doors, leaving entire blocks empty and once glamorous streets lined with vacant windows. Sky-high rents, rising operational costs, and the relentless shift to online shopping are squeezing retailers out, making it nearly impossible for many to stay afloat. It's not just the big cities. Suburban malls across the state are dying, with anchor stores leaving first and smaller shops quickly following, creating a domino effect of closures. The ripple effect is devastating local economies and communities, as small towns lose their Main Street businesses and local jobs disappear. Business owners are left facing tough choices, with many forced to lay off staff or shut down entirely, impacting families and neighborhoods. Even California's reputation as a state of innovation can't shield it from this crisis. Retail innovation hubs and tech-themed stores are shuttering, proving that no sector is immune. The glamour that once defined California's retail scene is fading fast, replaced by for-lease signs, boarded windows, and a sense of uncertainty. Malls that were once lively community hubs, filled with shoppers and families, are now desolate, echoing with emptiness and lost memories. The dream of retail success is turning into a nightmare for thousands of businesses, as owners pack up their lives and move on. That's why California lands at number 10 on our list. A stark reminder that even the Golden State isn't immune to the retail apocalypse. The retail apocalypse is real, and it's rapidly changing the face of California, leaving behind empty streets and uncertain futures for communities across the state. Number 9 on our list is New York City, the city that never sleeps. Yet lately, it feels like parts of it are in a deep slumber. Even Manhattan's world-famous shopping avenues, once bustling with shoppers from around the globe, are now lined with empty storefronts and silent sidewalks. Rents have soared to astronomical heights, making it nearly impossible for many small businesses to survive. The rise of online shopping has only made things worse, driving customers away from brick-and-mortar stores. Iconic brands that once defined the city, as well as beloved local shops, are closing their doors for good, leaving behind a landscape of retail blight and uncertainty. And it's not just Manhattan. Neighborhoods across Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island are all losing their main street staples, changing the character of entire communities. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated this decline dramatically. Many businesses that closed during lockdowns never reopened, leaving gaps that have yet to be filled. Even as tourists slowly return, shopping habits have shifted permanently. More people now shop online or use delivery apps, bypassing the city's once thriving retail districts. The economic model that once sustained New York's retail scene is broken, and business owners are left searching for answers. The city's vibrant street life, once its heartbeat, is fading as more stores go dark and neighborhoods lose their unique energy. New York's struggle is a stark reminder that no place, no matter how iconic, is immune to the retail apocalypse sweeping the nation. The sheer volume of empty retail space is staggering, with vacancy rates reaching record highs and entire blocks left deserted. That's why New York, once the ultimate shopping destination, now finds itself at number 9 on our list of cities hit hardest by the retail crisis. At number 8, Illinois is reeling, struggling to hold on to its former glory as a retail powerhouse. Nowhere is this more obvious than on Chicago's Magnificent Mile, once a vibrant shopping destination where nearly a third of retail space now sits empty, echoing with memories of bustling crowds. Major retailers like Macy's and Gap have packed up and left, unable to weather the storm of changing consumer habits and rising costs. Their departure has turned once bustling streets into eerie stretches of darkness, where foot traffic has all but vanished after sunset. The pain isn't limited to downtown. Suburban malls are dying too, their food courts and corridors now silent. Empty parking lots and deserted shopping centers are all that remain, leaving behind ghost towns where communities once gathered for shopping, dining, and socializing. Population decline is making things worse, as more families and young people move away in search of better opportunities. This shrinking customer base means less tax revenue for cities and towns. As more people leave, stores close, and the cycle continues, deepening the crisis. The collapse of these retail hubs devastates local economies and public services, from schools to emergency response. Illinois' retail crisis isn't just about empty stores. It's about unraveling communities, lost jobs, and fading hope. The economic fabric is fraying, and recovery is tough, with many small businesses unable to survive the downturn. The Magnificent Mile's misery is a symbol of the state's struggle, a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. Illinois lands at number 8 because the retail apocalypse is hitting every corner, from big cities to small towns. The decline is visible, painful, and ongoing, with no easy solutions in sight for residents or business owners. It's a warning for the rest of the Midwest. What's happening in Illinois could soon happen elsewhere if trends don't change. Number 7 is Texas, where the retail crisis is everywhere, from Houston and Dallas to the smallest rural towns. Big box stores and malls are closing, leaving behind zombie shopping centers. Even rural areas are losing their Walmarts and grocery stores, creating food deserts and job losses. Chains once considered untouchable, like Bed Bath & Beyond and Tuesday Morning, have shuttered hundreds of locations. The sheer size of Texas means the problem is massive and widespread. While tech and energy are booming, retail is bleeding. The contrast between growth and decay is striking. Texas's big box bust is real, and it's reshaping communities statewide. That's why Texas is number 7 on our list. At number 6, Ohio's retail collapse is gutting main streets and malls across the state. Cities like Dayton, Akron, and Youngstown are losing their anchor stores, which once held communities together. When these stores close, entire malls and shopping centers die. The loss of retail jobs and tax revenue is devastating local economies. Property values plummet, forcing cities to cut services or raise taxes. For many, retail was a reliable job. Now, opportunities are vanishing. Ohio's empty malls are a stark symbol of the heartland's struggle. That's why Ohio lands at number 6. Number 5 is Pennsylvania, where malls from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh are closing at an alarming rate. The suburban dream built around shopping centers is collapsing. Even giants like King of Prussia Mall are struggling, while others have been demolished or abandoned. An aging population and shrinking customer base make recovery tough. Online shopping is accelerating the decline. Each closed mall means lost jobs and lost tax revenue. The retail meltdown is leaving scars on communities statewide. That's why Pennsylvania is number 5 on our list. At number 4, Michigan's retail crisis is compounding decades of economic hardship. Detroit's few remaining shopping centers are fighting for survival, while suburban malls face soaring vacancy rates. The decline is spreading to cities like Flint and Saginaw, where store closures hit especially hard. For many, losing a single store means losing access to essentials. Michigan's retail apocalypse is a crisis on top of a crisis. The empty stores are a symbol of deeper economic struggles. That's why Michigan lands at number 4. Number 3 is Florida, where a retail storm is brewing beneath the state's sunny image. Even tourist hotspots like Orlando and Miami are seeing store closures as spending shifts to experiences and online shopping. Suburban strip malls are being hollowed out, with chains like Stein Mart and Bed Bath & Beyond disappearing. Overbuilt retail space and rapid population growth have created a glut of empty stores. The math just doesn't work anymore. Even with more people, shopping habits have changed. The retail sector is facing a brutal reckoning. The volume of closures is staggering, from the Panhandle to the Keys. That's why Florida is number 3 on our list. Number 2 is Georgia, where Atlanta's once mighty retail empire is crumbling. Overbuilt malls like Gwinnett Place and North DeKalb are now deserted, victims of oversupply and changing habits. Big box stores and major chains are leaving the state in droves. Online shopping is simply more convenient for millions of Georgians. The crisis extends beyond Atlanta. Smaller towns are losing their retail anchors, hurting local economies. The domino effect is devastating communities statewide. The concentration of dead malls in Atlanta is shocking. Georgia's retail decay is rapid and visible. That's why it's our number 2 state facing the retail apocalypse. And at number 1, the state hit hardest by the retail apocalypse is New Jersey. With one of the highest concentrations of malls in the world, the Garden State is now a retail wasteland. Over-reliance on malls has made New Jersey especially vulnerable. High property taxes and operating costs are crushing retailers. Even the massive American Dream Mall is struggling. Amazon's presence has accelerated the shift to online shopping. The density of closures is unmatched. Empty stores and zombie malls are everywhere. It's a statewide crisis, not just a few struggling areas. That's why New Jersey tops our list. There you have it, the 10 states hardest hit by the retail apocalypse. This isn't just about empty stores, it's about lost jobs, struggling communities, and a changing way of life. But there's hope. Local businesses are still fighting to survive. Supporting them matters now more than ever. Is your state on this list? Share your story in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives. See you in the next video.